Morning. Happy Tuesday. It is 8:30 a.m. on a good Tuesday morning. That means that it is time for a little tea and wild thoughts with your girl, the beauty influencer. That would be me. That is 30 minutes of dialogue, just sharing these wild and free thoughts. Good morning, my love. You have really been on my mind, girl. You've been on my mind. Good morning. So yes, just sharing these wild and free thoughts of mine. And you may be watching this on YouTube at a later date and time. So no matter what time it is, welcome to the conversation. And you're always welcome to join the conversation live here on Instagram. Follow me at The Beauty Influencer. And please, good morning, my love. Like, share, subscribe. Show your girl some love. I'm just getting the energy right before we get started. Yes. The energy is shifting. We are clearly in fall at this point. Good morning, love. Welcome. The weather is cooler. I feel like things have really just started to settle in. Before I get all the way into that, good morning, welcome everybody. So yes, I'm gonna show you. I'm just getting the vibe right. We're doing a little Palo Santo. Y'all know the Mercury retrograde is on the way, honey. So I'm sending you good vibes, and that energy is definitely here. That's part of what we're gonna be talking about this morning too. I don't know why that got stuck. Okay. Showing you a couple products from my self-care store, my online store, which you can find at the link in my bio. This is a pink Himalayan salt pillow. This is a neck pillow. Good morning, love. This is good for inflammation, pain, headaches, muscle aches. I always say salt of the earth. Salt is such a healer in itself. And so this is one of the newer products that is on the website. I'm going to be actually putting some salt lamps on there, all that good stuff. This is a pink Himalayan salt candle holder. So just having these things around will just detoxify and be an aid to your self-care in the best way. So like I said, you can find that on my website. Speaking of my website, you should sign up for my email list so that you can stay updated on all the things that I am doing and all the products I'm making and everything that is coming up. And you can also check me out at Essential Aesthetics and Laser, that is in Charlotte. Come through, man. Get you some self-care. That's all I'm gonna say. Get you a facial, get you some gua sha. We got it. We got what you need, okay? Speaking of which, I just got a little chemical peel from my girl Heather over there. You can't see because I got a little filter on today. But I'm on this mission to absolutely fine at 40. I mean, absolutely fine. So, anywho, let's get into the conversation. Definitely want to hear y'all's feedback. It's always welcome. You don't have to agree with me. I love dialogue and conversations. So, that is what this is for. Okay, so I was already talking about the season has changed. These shifts that we've been feeling really feel like they have settled in. Even this Donald Trump stuff. I mean, it's like, at this point, are we really surprised? Like, why? People talk about what they want to talk about. But I'm just not spending my energy talking about this man. We can see that there's no lengths, no stopping point to where this man will go to be this character that he wants to be. And the people who follow him, that is their choice. They have free will. So can't let it bother you. You still got to do your own thing. So anyway. So today what I want to talk about is a little bit of a PSA. It's a little venting. It could venture on the cusp of being a little petty. I posted a video yesterday about being the bigger person by this girl, Brittany Presley, which I love her post. She's always, I'm sorry, something in my eye. She's always talking some super real shit. Lord, it's an eyelash, y'all. Okay. And it really resonated with me because I really felt like I got a lot of those opportunities over the weekend where, it was just kind of like, okay, you tried it. You tried it. But I don't get upset like I used to. And just like the Donald Trump stuff that I'm talking about, it's like I have just learned to have a different level of expectations for people as a whole. And some people gonna try it. I mean, that's just what they're gonna do. And so in this post, she was saying like, good morning, love. That is definitely like not what you want to do. Like, you can get this work, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I always refer back to this quote from Erykah Badu, which was, "Look, I choose peace, but say, don't walk up on me wrong. Don't walk up on me wrong. This tea and incense can turn into some Colt 45 and Newports if need be. I'm not a fighter." But and this is also a conversation of genuinely speaking to the spirit. Good morning. Because sometimes you have to do that. You can literally feel the energy because there's too many things coming at you at the same time. It's like, I always say, it's a spirit. It's a spirit. You got to speak to the spirit because that spirit is getting into whatever vessels are coming at you. So it's kind of like, as I have been going through this journey, there was a point when, I was very wounded. Very hurt. And like I said, for those who are just coming in, I started off talking about this Donald Trump energy, and that people like this exist in the world, like at some point. Oh, good morning, love. At some point, you really do realize that there are people like this who exist in the world, and some people always going to try it because that's just what they do. I used to have this utopian idea that everybody, like there was going to be peace and love and just, everybody aspired to be truthful and everybody aspired to be a better person. And some people just straight up liars. Some people just straight up conniving. Some people just straight up trifling, and it's just the truth. It's not that everybody doesn't have potential. I think that, again, when we are created out of the womb, no, they don't have potential. Again, you gotta just follow me. The thoughts are wild and free, but I would like to think that God created us all to be here for a purpose. But there are also some texts out here that say nothing exists without the opposite. So maybe some people just born to be trifling. I don't know. I'm not one of them, so I can't really relate to that. But yeah, too often people think that those who are positive, God-fearing, spiritual are weak, stupid, ill-equipped. But just like you said, Miracle, nah. Again, I choose peace. But you can get that word. You can get it. And the more that we heal and strengthen ourselves and really learn to move forward, a lot of times we look back and think, there was a time when I would not have been as calm, or I could not have approached that way. And taking the high road and being the bigger person is the preferred approach. But there are times where you definitely have to let people know. You gotta let people know that you do still have that in you. I still got it in me. So like I said, I had gotten a couple opportunities this past weekend. One of them was online. I had made a comment on somebody's post. Yes, growth, not easy. No, and I think that social media, there are a lot of us out here who are telling the truth. You are one of them, Miss Miko, who are telling the truth about this journey and how it's really not easy. I think when the whole social media thing first started, And I'm always giving a lot of love. Try Jesus, don't try me. I loved when he came up with that because it's so real. It's so real. But, especially for Black women, I think, we've always had this level of perfectionism because we already have so many of the odds against us. We try to come out and look like we have, the perfect friends and the perfect relationship. And this should be hard. And again, we as Black women have had to code switch so much, again, I can roll my neck with the best of them. Like, don't let this middle class get it twisted. You know what I mean? Like, I've grown up with plenty of people from the hood. Don't get it twisted. So anyway, let me get back to this person who tried me online. So I commented on a post for someone had asked a question, and I asked a question. And before I know it, this person was coming for me. Somebody who, it wasn't even that person, the person who posted it. It was somebody else just in the comments. I really wish you would answer the question. And I don't know about y'all. I'm sure you can relate. But I felt a heat, rise up in my chest. Which I was like, again, I don't even know you, And so I'm thinking to myself, good morning. Good morning, Tracy. I'm like, I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you an answer. This is not even your post. Like, who the fuck is you? That was what I wanted to say. But my higher self, I decided to just, again, use my brain and to just be smart. And I told him, I do what I want to do. You wish I would answer the question. I do what I want to do. Just like the man, that she was talking about in this post. And then they started talking about how I was deflecting and this and this and just attacking my character. Again, this is social media, folks. Like, again, these people exist who literally will get on somebody else's comment and start attacking someone else for what they think. Get a damn life. And instead of attacking you back and even giving you that level of energy whatsoever, I let the heat rise and then I let it filter through and then I just decided to use my cool head. But again, she had tried it. So what I did was I hit them DMs like, hey, if you want to have, what I don't do, that was the first thing I said. What I don't do is go back and forth with anybody in comments. I decided to take this off of her thread. And if you would like to have a conversation, we can do that. I'm not interested in talking to you. Then. Right. That's what I thought. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think, girl. So just know that people can think freely and they can say what they want online. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you think about my opinions. So you have a great day. And that was the end of that. And so, again, just kind of bringing it full circle to the point where we was talking about the fact that, at one point I was a wounded person. I was in pain. And I think there are people who really do prey on that. They, and that's 9 times out of 10 because, again, when we're talking about the vibrations and things, let me read this real quick. Child, people need to eat, beat, sleep, and mind their dang business because they don't really want it with us. First Lady said, amen. And amen again. Again, they forget that you have a past, that God will use all of that testimony, all that story. And maybe it's the approaching 40, because I definitely feel a lot more protective of self. And not in a way that I have to defend myself, but it's like walking around like, good morning. It's like walking around like one of them Kung Fu monk type people. You know what I mean? Or like a Bruce Lee. You don't never see Bruce Lee get excited. He know he could whoop your ass. I don't have to approach you in a way that is angry, and I don't need to attack anyone. I know what I come with. I know the story that I bring. I know everything that's in here. And so if you open that up, that's gonna be on you. That's gonna be on you. And so that's just not what we want to do. That's not even what I want to do, because that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy that I just cannot really afford to just be wasting. We're gonna light a little Palo Santo on that. And then I ran into someone else over the weekend who, again, this could venture on the side of petty. But I really don't like her. I really don't like this person. Really didn't care for them. And I was proud of myself afterwards, because I realized that, again, where there used to be walls where you used to want to, again, just kind of fight or like get upset or even cry and be heard or whatever, because of people's disapproval, their manipulation of you, their the plethora of negative things we can discuss and talk about. It's all about boundaries, and just having strong boundaries, strong character. And so when they would tell me like, oh, I haven't seen you, you haven't been around, I can't find you. Yeah, because I don't want you to. I don't want you to. And they're associated with a lot of different people on that level who I also don't want to have access to me at this point. And all of that is okay. All that is okay. I think as much as you don't want to admit that, it's like there was a time where you want to be, really liked by people. I mean, who wants to just be disliked by a bunch of people? But again, sometimes that just ventures on the side of having a lot of people who, again, that energy, you have to realize that there are people in this world. Everybody's not for you. Everybody's not for you. And even though you may have the best of intentions and the best energy, and, there are lots of people who will abuse that, who will abuse the beauty, who do not appreciate the beauty, who will just rape and pillage and destroy it, because that reflection is not in them. Could be. And I was a person who tried. I really did. Tried to show, tried to share. And that's something, that you can look back on. It's not about being naive or feeling bad about, having been a person who could have been taken advantage of at one point, or things that you didn't see at a point. Again, it's like you go through the pain, you rise above it, and then you get to the point where you're kind of levitating at a level where you can definitely see the things below. And there are times where you have to go down there. You have to swoop on down, get a piece of that work, because the folks will try it. You have to let them know that I can't come down there if I want to. I don't have to, and I'm not going to stay there. But I do see you. I see you. And you're not hiding anything. That's the thing about speaking to the spirit, is that spirits operate through people. I'm going to go ahead and get, all super high spiritual on y'all real quick. Spirits operate through people. This is something someone told me quite some time ago. And that, we're just vessels at the end of the day. And so when a person is weak, right? Or when we are weaker, when we're in our lower vibrational states, right? Then that spirit can come in, literally, do some things through you, and then leave. And before you know it, you are still upset with that person, but the spirit of it has already left. And so even when you have things like alcohol, drugs of any kind, they call alcohol spirits, it lowers our vibrations to the point where we we don't have that type of control, over ourselves, and we're not able to use that cool head and that mind of ours. It's so powerful and so strong, and our discernment, that can be so powerful and so strong and keep us in the higher vibrations. That's a tip for y'all. So you have to speak to the spirit sometime, and it's not even about, again, fighting or like getting loud or getting, violent with people. You can literally do it with your brain. That's why I don't entertain the Trump stuff. You don't see me going off about it so much. You just got to stay focused on that higher vibration, because that's what matters. He is literally the distraction. A very sad and extreme one, but definitely a distraction. Just know, I'm always encouraging y'all that you have control over your experience. Just know that. No matter what happens, you have control over your experience. Woo, child. Pass the collection plate. That was a word. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness. It's always spiritual warfare, and it always will be. Yeah. It's the truth. A lot of people don't believe that, but say what you will. It's definitely not true. So, as I began to heal, I understood that people like that have just learned to take it, people who are in pain have learned to take advantage of other people in pain and just how to manipulate their pain. But once you really get on that healing journey, you can look down at it and just be like, wow, that's the level of pain you're in. And I have compassion for it. But what you won't do is come over here with that bullshit. You don't get to fling your pain onto me. So like I have written right here, but I'm not in pain no more, bitch. I'm not in pain no more. I'm not perfect, but I'm not in the state of being that I was. So, though I choose the higher path, I have the skills to let you know exactly what time it is and not even get my hands dirty. I'm going to share the wild thought of the day. So with all that said, before I share the wild thought, being a bigger person is always, recommended. But there are times, God, gives us that. The Bible says it, all the religious. There are times it has to be an eye for an eye. There are times you got to show people what time it is. There are times you have to show people the God inside of you and just how strong that really is. So do what you got to do. Use your discernment. Yes, I had that same situation last night. I'm telling you, the spirit is out here. New girl speaking on what she does not know. I know her pain, so I allow her to vent and I remain my higher self. There you go. My thing is, just don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. It ain't but so far, we're gonna go. And I'm gonna let you go. But yeah, again, have compassion. But we know what's worth it and what's not. And especially when people see that you are vibrating really high, and the higher that you go, the higher that you grow, they don't always come for you. That just come with the territory. Nobody really talks about that. And people are always testing to see, like, they're testing, and we're constantly looking for our reflection, in each other. So they're like, do you look like me? No. Sometimes, no. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm not, I've been through some things, but no, we're nothing alike. And sometimes you gotta let folks know that too. No, sweetie, we're not. We're not the same. We don't handle things the same. We just don't. So, I will share this wild thought of the day. This is something I wrote probably last year around this time. It says, be honest. They really don't want you to, I'm going to read that in just a second. They really don't want you to get it before them. Without them, or at minimum, in a way they won't have access or lay claim to when all your hard work pays off. Note the way it made you feel, but don't react. One day, accountability will be the only price they can pay to be in your company. It says, yes, they test to see if you're who you say you are, because this vibe is real, so real. So damn real. Yeah, especially when you start doing good and there are people that you've left behind who see you, and see you shining, see you rising, and they come back to see, like, you still the old you? I'm a new thing, honey. A new thing. Nah, you don't know me, bruh. You don't know this me. We good. Little, how you doing? As my friend Zeke used to say, baby wave. Hey girl. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. You'll always repeat that wild thought on accountability. Okay? You want me to repeat the whole thing or just that part? I'll repeat the whole thing. It says, be honest. They really don't want you to get it before them, without them, or at minimum, in a way they won't have access or lay claim to when all your hard work pays off. Note the way it made you feel, but don't react. One day, accountability will be the only price they can pay to be in your company. And my thing is, I always give people opportunity to grow. I will never limit that. But if we ain't gonna be able to have no real discussion about what happened, you ain't really willing to say man, I was fucked up too. We was fucked up, wasn't we? And I'm sorry, I may not have presented my best self. I have the ability to say that. But if we can't do that, ain't nothing we got to talk about, bruh. That's deep. Thank you, child. I have to, when I write, my joy taught me thoughts, they literally just pour out. There was a point where I had to just literally start writing what was in my head. I said that, and I realized that a lot of it was too high vibrational for people to even, there are only certain people who get it. That's why I don't worry about quantity. I don't worry about quantity and how many people, this social media shit is an algorithm. I'm not worried about particularly being popular. I'm here to speak the truth. I'm here to speak what God put in me to say. And so if it's on the right vibration, you get it, And if you don't, that's cool too. Again, I'm going to be doing me over here. So I'm encouraging everybody to continue to do all your high vibrational whatever to keep yourself sane during this. And thank you all for, again, being a reflection of that, but yeah, the retrograde is approaching, so all I'm saying is expect some bullshit. Expect it. You don't have to react to all of it. The folks is coming. The folks is out here. The folks is trying it. You don't have to question. They're doing it. And yeah, it's okay to let them know what time it is. But, just come with your highest vibrations. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. I got therapy today, doing all the self-care, all the stuff. Good morning. So, everybody have an amazing Tuesday, and I will see you all next week, God willing. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do that. And you're always welcome to join a live conversation here Tuesday mornings at 8:30. Check out the self-care store. All right, y'all. Peace.